let's see. We got 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 36, 9. We got like 40
Damn.
out here. No, but I ain't gonna lie. I ain't seen some of these.
I mean, there'll be some we just put in the NA or like haven't seen. We should make a category.
Yeah, I put didn't watch already.
Okay, so you want to do 3 S's?
3 out of 4.
Little.
Let's do 4.
4 S's.
No, fuck it. Let's do 3.
3
we'll make
S's.
It hard. We'll make it hard.
Let's do 3 S's and 4 A's.
3 S's, 4 A's. All right.
Can you make it a little bigger for me? I just can't. If you can, I don't know.
Yeah, I can do that.
I can't see.
How come?
Okay, if there's an NA, I'm just gonna say I haven't. Obviously.
Right. Hold on.
Because me and you are also from kind of 2 different gens, which we have to factor.
Word. So you might be able to help me on some of these shits.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see.
And you might be able to be like, oh yeah, nah, bro, this was heat. But I feel like I got Paramount and I'd be up late, so I'll be watching all types of the
all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So we just going in order?
You can choose whatever you choose first. I choose.
Fuck. I don't want to start with no heaters yet. Let's do iCarly. You seen iCarly?
Okay. Hell yeah, that's like my type of. That's like around my time.
Okay, so let's talk iCarly.
Okay, I ain't gonna lie. After the Dan Snyder shit, I feel weird, but we gotta talk about just about the show.
Yes, just ignore all of that because this Nickelodeon. Yeah. So damn near every show,
but every show that's a real person is weird.
Yeah, so let's not ignore that, but let's just take that to the side.
We talking about what happened on set.
Funny show. Some corny jokes, but cool. We got cool characters.
They predicted Kai before Kai.
Yep, the Kai before even. Yep, literally.
I feel like the jokes were funny, but also there was some more time I feel like the cast had good chemistry.
Yeah.
The earlier seasons, as most shows, is always the best.
Yeah.
Because once it got later, it got too in my opinion, from what I remember, it got too romance heavy.
Heavy, yeah.
It has all shows because they're trying to ship and market and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it was overall a solid show. I'd probably give it a B.
Okay, you go B.
I will go B.
I'm gonna go. We said 3 S's, 4 A's. Is that what we said?
Yeah, I would go B. But I don't know. I'm open to change. I'm only saying it because this is the first one.
I'm going A. They took my coin off my desk. We gonna get a coin and we gonna flip for that later.
Let me see if I got a coin.
You got a coin? And we can flip.
I do. What you got?
Got heads. Got heads.
Tails. Yes. Heads.
Heads. It says A. All right. Your turn, sir.
Okay. I'm gonna go with SpongeBob.
Okay.
S.
All right.
That's a slapper. You got it. I mean, I watch SpongeBob to this day, probably every day. First, I would say 7 seasons of SpongeBob. Memes go crazy.
Yeah.
Patrick got his own show. Squidward got his own show. The merge, SpongeBob became Nickelodeon to me. When you look at late 90s, 2000s, 2010s, maybe even 2020s, I bet your girls probably didn't see some SpongeBob episodes or whatever. I feel like SpongeBob was, this could be an exaggeration. I feel like SpongeBob is going to be one of those shows that stands the test of time. On the Arthur tip, on the...
It just stays relevant and shit, yeah.
Yeah, it's too many memes. It's too many funny episodes. The cast is great. I feel like they don't waste an episode. There's some episodes I prefer. The ones I don't prefer is the ones that got towards newer because it's just
right.
Whatever. It's not as fun. It's not as good. But yeah, man, there's nothing I dislike about SpongeBob, to be honest.
Yeah,
and I didn't know that people growing up weren't allowed to watch SpongeBob when I went to college. People really in the church and shit. Their parents loved SpongeBob and shit.
Interesting. To be honest, I was one of the first. I was a hater of SpongeBob in middle school when it came out. I remember everybody in class being like, "Oh, did you see the episode?" And I'd be like, "I didn't watch that shit. I don't watch no SpongeBob." And I caved in.
That's crazy because for you, it came out 7th grade,
bro. Miss Beard's class, English class. I just remember sitting in there, so that had to be 7th grade, 6th, 7th, somewhere in there. It wasn't, yeah, 6 or 7, and I just remember everybody talking about it, and I was like, "Okay, like, I'm not watching it," and I slowly caved in because everybody was watching it, and I mean, a show is great when, like, you can remember specific episodes, even
Yeah.
if you haven't seen it in
Like
years,
pizza
right?
delivery episode, when the hooky episode, the
All
episode when they performed at the Super Bowl.
driver's
Um,
license, the bubble buddy, um, I
the
mean, the
Mr.
hash slinging
The
slasher, all that.
Slash things, the
Yeah.
SpongeBob's the meoing meoing.
Yeah, yeah, the doodle bomb. The box one when they were freaking around in the box and Squidward was fed up.
When SpongeBob's cousin came in town and he could destroy everything.
Yup. Uh,
Stanley,
Stanley, Gary racing, like, there's just so many, the
when Gary
snowball,
when Gary ran away.
Gary ran
I remember there's one
away.
episode where Squidward lost his job and he was homeless and SpongeBob was taking care of him. He was like, "Get a
Yeah.
job."
Yeah.
He was Squidward was mooching.
All the plankton one, like, center one. Yeah, bro, like, I don't the chum bucket one, like, it's so and I haven't seen SpongeBob in years because I don't be watching TV like that, and just because I can recall literally all of those
You
just
probably, if you
shows
sat
you.
down and wanted to write, you probably could call out like 20 episodes if you sat
Oh,
down
yeah, 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 yeah.
and was like, "Let me like
Yeah. Who ate my pizza? Or who ate my chocolate when they were down there and he fucking
chocolate."
ate his
Or
own
remember
chocolate?
Valentine's Day episode when he felt like SpongeBob didn't get him anything, so he tore up that whole
Yes,
that
yes.
whole
Yep,
amusement park.
yep.
Or the episode where he was scared to go to the bathroom because they was like on because they did shrooms. They had did shrooms that one episode where he ate the little glowing candy and SpongeBob started tweaking.
Oh, yeah, 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 okay, yep,
And the
yep,
nigga
yep,
was off the shrooms, bro.
yep.
Or
They had
edibles.
the rip my pants one. They had the,
Remember the one when his grandma he was telling his grandma, "I'm not a baby
yep,
anymore.
there's
I
that
don't
one.
want your grandma's kisses." I was
I
like,
don't
"Shit."
want yep, yep.
I was like,
By the
"Shit,
end,
give
he
me
wanted
grandma
the kisses. Yep.
and cookies."
And the cookies.
That
The one where
episode
they
taught me,
stole balloons or whatever, went to jail, but it was like, what, free balloon day or
that
whatever?
episode taught me that episode taught me stay a kid, bro. Stay a
Yeah.
kid, bro.
There's
No,
so
not that
many.
one. The grandma one. The grandma one. I was
The
like,
grandma
shit.
one?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like, ain't nothing out here but bills and taxes. He's like, you could do your taxes. I was like,
Nah, nah.
SpongeBob was like 30.
Yeah, with the same
That's
outfit
crazy.
every day, acting
That nigga
crazy,
bagged
just getting his
Sandy. So
driver's
him and Sandy got married.
Sandy. Yeah, I need it, the water one.
I need it.
The Kung Fu one where he couldn't stop and Miss Krabs like, "You gotta stop, like, fighting."
Facts.
So many, bro, so
So
many.
many
That
memories.
already that's 20 plus episodes, and again, I haven't seen it in
Or the one that they
ages.
made the hotel.
Yes, yes.
Yep. When they to
Uh,
the ice skating rink, they turned it to like a
mhm.
because the thumb. He told him, "Who touched me, the mom?" Mr. Krabs was a black dad, bro. Mr. Krabs is a black dad. That's a black man.
Oh man, yeah, classic. Okay, that SpongeBob is a S. I agree there. Ain't no problems with that. All right, my turn. Um, okay. Oh, okay. Let's go Cat Dog. You ever seen Cat Dog before?
Episode sparingly. That's all you.
Okay, Cat Dog. Uh, cool for its time. Used to be a top show. Not gonna lie. Cat Dog. Cat Dog. Alone in the world is a little cat dog. Theme song. Dope. Um, this is where it fails because I remember very specific scenes chopped up and not one episode I could do SpongeBob. And so that's why I feel like even though it was a great cartoon and I remember turning it on all the time and watching it with my sister, I can't point out
Like
like
it's not. It didn't transcend.
multiple.
Like it didn't
Yeah,
transcend like the barriers of time.
I
I feel
can't.
like I've seen a few episodes, but like
Mhm,
I feel like it's a little before me. If I can
mhm.
look it up, Cat Dog probably came out. I wasn't even alive yet.
90s or to early 2000s. I mean, Cat
Let me look
Dog.
it up.
Let me see.
98. No,
98.
yeah, I was not alive.
Yep, 98.
I mean, SpongeBob came
Final
out before I
episode
was
in
alive too.
'05.
SpongeBob was a
So
camp, but SpongeBob was so transcendent.
yeah, but yeah, exactly. SpongeBob was very popular. Like you just could not escape it. So
Yeah.
for me, Cat Dog will go C. Um, cool cartoon. I can't.
Would you throw it on now if you was doing some work and you was like, oh, I'm feeling
There's
throwing.
other ones I would throw on before I would throw on
We're
Cat
definitely
Dog.
throwing SpongeBob on though.
Yeah, I could throw on SpongeBob, and because I know SpongeBob at that, I could throw it on the episode play and know what's going on in the episode.
Have fun and recite what's going on.
Yeah. So yeah.
Nah, facts. Let me go to this next one. I'm gonna go with. I feel like something that's underrated,
Okay.
but like still decent. I'm gonna go with Jimmy Neutron.
Okay.
I had some backstory. I had 2 or 3 Jimmy Neutron birthday parties.
Oh damn.
I feel like Jimmy Neutron was like Kawhi Leonard. It had a great run, but it didn't like it only had 3 seasons. I think it was some cool moments. I remember when the movie came out, or maybe I remember how people reacted when the movie came to theaters or whatever. I think it had some cool merch. I think the CGI over time has not held up great. I think it has some cool plot lines, some plot points. I really think a reboot could make it a lot better. I will go B personally. B.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
If you got any
Jimmy Neutron was cool. I didn't actually used to watch Jimmy Neutron like that, but Justin used to watch it in the morning all the time before school, eating breakfast, and even after school, actually, I think, if I'm remembering my times correctly. It was cool. I paid attention to it. It was Carl and all that. Like it was cool. It wasn't. Jimmy Neutron was cool. I'll just leave it at that.
Right.
It wasn't no SpongeBob. It was no iCarly. Like I have to watch it. Like it's coming on. Don't miss it. It was just like whatever. If it was on, it was on. If not, then okay.
Yeah, I think they did like a spinoff with Sheen. That was whack.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was whack as hell. But I never really liked Sheen or like I like Jimmy. I like the dog. That was really it. That's why I liked because he was like the first like boys genius type of angle they had. So that was like, and he was making like cool stuff. So that's more where I was like, and I thought his hair was so cool. Like when I was a little kid, you know, like a little freaking, he got like a fucking cone or like a swirl, ice cream hair do or whatever. So
yeah, boy, Elvis Stout. Yeah.
But yeah, B.
All right. Let me see our S's. How many S's we get? 4?
3.
3 more?
2 more. Because I got SpongeBob.
Oh, we only 3. See, I'm struggling because I see more S's in here to me. I'm gonna throw. Have you seen Cowman or whatever this bullshit is?
Let me see. Let me see if I can. Can't see. Let me go up in here.
This one right here.
Cowman. Nah, that's a haven't seen, bro.
Okay.
You?
Nah, I haven't seen that bullshit.
That look like some bull. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh man, where do I go? Hey Arnold.
How's Bob the Builder up in here? Okay, whatever.
Well, I don't even know.
Bob
Hey Arnold.
Yes, I thought.
Hey Arnold is interesting. Move it. Football head. Helga, the whole 9. Staple cartoon.
For sure.
One of the
cartoon, what came out of it was bigger than what the show was to me. Like you see this playground, you see people wearing like kids who maybe even never watched it wearing shirts and all types of stuff.
Yeah, I feel like it's very Arnold is a cool cartoon, and then when you watch it, if you're a little older, it's like a lot of themes, right? A lot of older themes, at least, or at least like problems that come up as you age, and it's not so kiddie as you think it could be or is.
I'm gonna be real with you. I gotta go back and give Hey Arnold a real. Like I watched a few episodes, but like I think maybe it could hit better now that I'm, a
little older. Yeah,
a younger.
We started. Ellie actually will sit down and actually watch Hey Arnold because it's enough like visually to stimulate, but like not like all crazy. And it's chill. Like at the end of the day, I think there's lots of lessons to be learned and whatnot in Hey Arnold.
What
And
you were an educator, so what were some of the things that stood out to you about Hey Arnold when you like remember, like reflect?
just friendship, him with grandpa, him just like Arnold was a lot of like self-talk and a lot of I don't know, like he just reminds me of like a kid who was like unsure of certain things, but he just I don't know. It was like he problem solved his way through some things, and I feel like how do I say this without being rude? Like kids nowadays are too like they watch cartoons with some crazy shit. Okay, we could just say SpongeBob, right? While be funny, like isn't necessarily a
Like
solid
SpongeBob isn't teaching like a lesson type thing.
correct. Not in all of like some of them, like the
Yeah,
grandma
some
one, right? But with like
like
not
even
the
that one's like not really teaching you why you should stay a kid. It's
right,
like because SpongeBob also himself is an adult, so it doesn't really make sense that you're like if you think about it, like I mean,
correct,
kids aren't gonna, but like, you're gonna be like, well, SpongeBob has a job, so why would he
right.
want to be a baby? You know what I'm
Be
saying?
correct,
So it's
exactly.
like, but so you're kind of saying where like the beauty I think as an adult going back to watch them is it is so fun, but as a kid and you also have you've been a teacher and you have daughters, it's like a lot of these cartoons aren't teaching
Like lessons. They
fundamental,
don't have yeah,
like I remember watching Arthur and watching like use your words, don't hit people, or like the
exactly.
word girl that was my thing, or a Mr. Rogers, even a
Yeah,
Barney, or
yeah.
um uh Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood.
Exactly, exactly. So I think Hey Arnold fits that for like some of the older kids. Like it's a 8 to 12 range group, whereas like it was a cartoon. He was in school. You got to see his interactions with other kids. He had some down moments, some cool moments. He had some hanging out with the family moments. But it's kind of like it taught you some shit. So, anyways, I ain't gonna
I'm gonna have
ramble.
to go
But
back 'cause I would probably give Aaron off of what I've seen like a B,
yeah,
maybe. Like,
I and that's
I
where
feel like
I
Hey
will.
Arnold was so iconic though in the same sense, like
No,
the intro, the
it
merch
is.
run.
The only reason I give it a B is because we're in just me looking right here. We have only 2 more spots for S and 4 more for A, and technically, I already am struggling to put 2 more in S, and there's more options down here that I would put over Hey Arnold, but it's personal preference almost.
Right. We'll get back to it. Hey Arnold
Yeah,
is definitely a get back to.
yeah,
And the ending is freaking the Hey Arnold ending is shocking as hell.
correct,
Not
correct.
gonna lie. Okay. I'm gonna go with hmm who do I want to go with? I'm gonna go Fairly Odd Parents, man. That's
That's a
another
good
Titan.
one.
To me, that's another Titan.
That's a good pick.
With me, this is like perfect Meyer. Like I grew up used to watch this every Saturday. Like I remember when they had Poof,
Mhm,
when
mhm.
we found out Timmy's actually like 50.
Yeah, right.
Um, I remember so many episodes with him. One time AJ checked Chester for being racist, low key. Because he was like, "Why are you talking to me like? You keep calling me like it's." Um, I think my only problem I think with Fairly Odd Parents, for real,
Mhm.
is that Timmy doesn't grow, and it falls into that category of where
Okay.
our cartoons doesn't teach us things. Like,
Honestly.
he might learn something, he might, and then we just go
Right.
right back to, and that's the problem with our episodic shows. I get why because it's hard to get kids, especially like this was the early to mid 2000s, 2010s. It's hard. We didn't have no streaming. We were actually outside doing things and stuff. Because remember, Nickelodeon used to have that thing like, oh, let's go out and play. We're gonna cut it off for 3 hours
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so that's my only gripe against Fairly Odd Parents.
Mhm, mhm,
Really,
mhm,
there's no growth for real like that in Timmy,
mhm.
but it's a cartoon. I will give it that.
Yeah.
I still think it's iconic moments. It's very fun.
Yeah. Very.
Imagination out the world. Also, Vicky was a bitch, so you do still feel bad for Timmy.
Yeah.
Um, but it's like I do feel like Timmy was also insufferable at the same time too. He was very insufferable.
Brat.
Timmy was insufferable too. He had unrealistic expectations. I know he's 10, but his parents were terrible too. He had terrible
Yeah.
parents.
For sure. for
His
sure.
dad was obsessed with a whole nother nigga, and his mom was just not even present, but not present.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real. I might get Fairly Odd Parents to be. I really like
Ooh,
this show, but
okay.
thinking about what's also on this list,
Yeah, you will push it down to a B.
I would give it a B. I don't know if it's better than Hey Arnold as a show. I don't know.
I'm indifferent. I know that the older gen will probably say Hey Arnold, but the newer gen would say maybe somebody around your age would probably say Fairly Odd Parents only because that's what you know.
It
And
depends though. I watch both. I watch
you
both.
Fairly Odd Parents is funny as hell. Theme song goated.
Theme song is
Um,
good. Memes cool. There's some cool memes from that
Memes
show.
go like just great show. Um, but I think you're right as far as the Timmy being annoying. I don't know that I would turn it on now and watch any of it or even watch it in the background, to be honest with you.
He's very like meme, and I get it. He's 10, like, and he's the only child, so like that is gonna
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
And his parents also like weren't present, so but it's also like you had these fairies for shit 50 years then,
Right.
and you still the same as we saw in your episode 1. So I don't know, but it is still a great show. But I don't know if it's better than Hair On. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Um oh fudge. There's I don't know, man. Let's go Rugrats. Fudge, man.
S.
Okay.
What you mean?
I want to pick. Yes. Okay, we can put it in S.
Okay.
Goated. Rugrats
What's
is
going on? What's going on? I feel like you don't feel that way. Talk to me.
no, I do, but there's shows in here that I will watch right now over Rugrats,
I think I like the. It's funny. I like the Rugrat movies more than the show.
and
When they
I'm
went to
down with that.
Paris,
With the orange tape. Yep, on
I
orange tape.
still got it at my grandma's house.
Same. I have it
When they
on my
went to
grandma's.
Paris, the wild one, when Dill was born, that was emotional. As a big brother, that one was actually got me. I ain't gonna lie.
Damn, it came out in '91. No wonder I remember it being just old. Final episode in
Yeah,
'04.
I mean, it's also I'm not gonna lie, it's hard to watch Rugrats at this point again. It looks so fucking old.
That's why I mean, like, it makes sense because at the time I was like, I remember watching it. This Rugrats was like OG to me, how like Lion King was. Like I remember
But
watching it. Just
I feel like you did, Luke. When it comes to the innovation of babies, this is one of the pioneers, I think, and that's why I've thrown in S.
okay.
I
I mean,
think
that's iconic.
the
So
iconic, the movies, the sayings. I wanted to get braces because of Chucky, and I didn't even know what braces were.
or-
Why is a 4-year-old wearing braces?
facts,
Like this
facts,
is
bro.
crazy.
No, that's facts.
Susie. I mean, my only complaint about really this show because I feel like they do learn a lot of lessons, but it's also cool to see it through a baby perspective, air quote, because I know there's still adults writing this.
Right, right.
Um, the only thing is it looks bad. And I don't like the fact they try to do that 3D, that CGI shit that came out a few years ago. Did you see that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That
Well,
wasn't
I
cool.
never watched the whole thing, but I seen clips and yeah, it
Yeah,
looks
I never watched. I watched like 2-3 episodes.
man, it
Nothing
looks
crazy.
looks
Wasn't good. So
yeah.
my only gripe is how old it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Great, funny show. As an adult, I remember what his dad's name was Stu, right? And shit like that.
Stu, I remember Stu.
He was tired half the time,
I
bro.
watched this movie, no, the movie, the one when Dill was born. I watched it literally like 3 nights ago. It was crazy. He was like, "Why don't you want to get a job?" He wanted to be like an entrepreneur. He was the fucking Instagram influencers before Instagram. He's like, "I can just create." He's like, "You don't want to
Yeah,
get life insurance. You have a pregnant wife. You have a kid on the way. You don't want to get like a 401k." He's like, "Who needs all that punching? I'm gonna pursue my dreams." He was like, "You're 35 years old. Take care of your wife."
literally, like
I was like,
basically.
"Wow." They were saying all this, and as kids, we were just like, "I don't know what they're
Just not,
talking
yeah,
about."
like not even caring. Yeah, bro. It'd be like some. So I understand because I do remember some episodes where dad he was tired of shit and stuff like that, and it
That's how they got into all that type of fuckery, bro.
yeah, exactly.
I ain't gonna say
And
dad was a deadbeat, but he definitely was. I mean,
not
no, you a
watching.
deadbeat if you let your kids their little 5 babies went missing in the woods for like a week. In any other scenario, your kids are dead and you're in jail.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Your kids are dead. And then
You're
remember
done.
the monkeys had got them?
Yeah.
Your kids are getting eaten. At least a finger's getting bit off.
Yeah.
And a
Hey,
newborn.
Angelica was supposed to be watching him, not his
Why am I
mom.
putting a 3-year-old in charge of
A mean ass
a
ones.
1-year-old, and the 1-year-old needs to be watching the like 2-week-old?
Yeah, not. It's like the whole. Yeah, that's just not.
That they should have been dead. At least some fingers should have been missing when they came back.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. What's your hesitation for the S stuff, or like what's your goal?
There's
What
just
is
other
your
things on here that I know in my mind I'm struggling to
okay?
put.
What's your biggest gripes with the show? I would say, like,
Just it's not something. I don't know. We should have like defined categories like influence wise. Rugrats, OG. It's just like you said. It's not something I could put on right now. The animation is straight up ass in comparison.
it makes early One Piece look like it's fucking
It
Demon
makes
Slayer.
yeah, any of that. So it came out in 91. So at the same time, like it's the OG. So I understand it. There's just other ones on here that I'm like, I will put that on in the background right now. So but your choice, your pick now.
Okay. I'm gonna go with I'm going with Dora, bro.
Okay.
She going in D. She going in D. Dora's trash, bro.
Dog?
D is in dog. I think
like
she's
Boots?
insufferable. No, why is my 6-year-old kid going out on adventures with a fucking monkey and foxes?
Backpack.
Maybe if your girls watch it, you can provide some context. I don't know. I thought she was insufferable. She was annoying. I used to hate the little arrow, be like, "Where is it?" Click. Hate the arrow. Hate the show. I hate everything about Dora. I'm the biggest hater.
Damn, you sound like Kendrick right now.
I'm the biggest hater.
I don't hate Dora that much to put her in D. I would put her in maybe like C, but I'm not gonna fight you on it because I don't care enough. Dora's cool.
The problem I have with it, they tried to be an educational show and did not hit the mark at all.
How so? Explain.
So they try to make it an educational show about like exploring the world, but like it's just also not safe to tell your 6-year-old to go out in the fucking the forest and adventure. And it's like somebody's trying to rob you and you say no swiper, no swiping, swiper, no swiping.
Oh man.
The memes are funny though. I've been seeing memes on Hoodville from Dora. They're funny, but
they do be funny.
They do be funny.
I won't fight you on that because I'm cool.
I'm not putting that on for my kids. Probably because I hate it so much too, but still.
Hey, it'll teach them some Spanish words, some palabras. Can we get rid of some other ones we haven't? Have you Scratchy?
No, haven't watched.
Hamster one. I doubt you've seen that one.
Wait, what's that? Is that Wonder Pets?
This one? You seen Wonder Pets, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna say that. The Naked Band Brothers.
No.
Okay. All Grown Up. I'm throwing that in. Didn't watch, even though if you.
I watched it.
It's ass though, right?
I love Rugrats so much that I try to get behind the idea, but I try to rewatch it like I tried to rewatch it about 3 months ago, actually 3-4 months ago. It's not good. It's like they're 10, 11. They're trying to put them in teenage situations. It just don't hit.
It doesn't hit the same.
Because they're like trying to put them in dating situations and stuff like that. But it's like they're like even in this one they're like 11 and 12. So it just feels weird. Like Tommy started dating what's her name? Kimmy.
Okay. Yeah.
That just feels weird, you know what I mean?
Yeah, especially when you knew them as babies.
You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just me. I did watch though. If I was to give a rating, I'd probably put it in C. Just because I still like it more than Dora.
Yeah. Okay.
But we could put it in haven't watched. That's cool too. I don't care.
Bob the Builder.
That's not even a freaking Nick. I don't even think that's Nick. That might be Nick. I don't know. I feel like it was PBS.
That was after my time, so I don't.
Bob the Builder's cool. I did watch Bob the Builder. It was cool.
You would give it a what? If you had to rank it.
C.
Okay.
Like a slow C though, like a 71. Like you just passed the class, bro.
Okay. All right. Let me do oh man. If you went Dora, I'll go Blue's Clues. Fuck it.
Okay.
And it's OG Blue's Clues too.
Not Bluey.
I'm putting Bluey's dope too, but this is like OG Steve, not who they got now. They got the Filipino guy up there now.
Okay.
I forgot his name right now, but he's cool.
Okay.
I'm going A. And okay, Blue's Clues. I don't before your time, I think. Was this the Steve you know?
I still watch like Blue's Clues. That I don't know if it was the same guy. It was
Okay.
tall white dude. That's what I remember. Or he looked like he was tall.
It's Josh. Now it's Josh right here. This is the new guy, the Filipino dude. So this is Steve now, but Steve back in the day was him. So Blue's Clues.
He actually back in the day he actually wasn't ugly.
So it was Steve, and then they had Joe, and then from Joe they moved to Josh, the Filipino
guy.
dude. Yeah. So it
Let
goes
me
like
see
this.
man. I'm
Yeah,
trying
sorry.
to see. I want to see them like when they were young and to see which one I remember.
Yeah. Let's do this.
When did I grow up? Nah, it was with the green. It was with the green.
Yeah, so Steve, the OG.
Yeah, that's who I grew up watching.
Yeah. And then this was his brother when he went off to college. This was him. And I think the way they linked these two is they're neighbors, I want to say, or something like that. I think that's how they linked them. But this is Josh.
Hey, maybe not nepotism. I don't know that. I guess nepotism. I don't know. W plug.
Yeah, W plug. So
hey, listen, he was listening to Noki. Okay, I see you.
I was looking at
closeted.
I was looking at the stats.
Jersey supporter.
Because I was gonna talk about it took 2 weeks to get to 12 mil, but Kendrick was already there within 10 days or 8 days or whatever. So I was gonna
No, it's okay. I know you got your OVO jacket in the back hanging
out. As you can see, it has not been played because I haven't even seen the full video. I've seen clips.
You should watch it. You should watch it.
It just killed it. Black and white is not.
It's okay. You know, take your OVO jacket off the dry from the dry cleaners. It's okay to come out.
Raining in Houston is cool. All the old shit is cool. Anyway, Blue's Clues, solid, goated,
educational,
theme song dope. Yup, still to this day recognizable. The actor is dope. We still fuck with him. For that, I'm putting him in A. Technically, I think he belongs in an S, but there's other ones again on here that I'm still struggling. So for sure, a solid A pick for me. For sure.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have any complaints. I thought it was really educational. I thought the music was good. Of course, I love the dog.
Yeah.
I have no complaints with the show for real. So it will go A for me too. And it's low key like not just that iteration, but the series itself has become iconic, I think. And like children, like children early children cartoons. Yeah. So it would go. If we were talking about that, that'd probably be S.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess it's my go. I'm gonna go with. I got trash on the show a little bit. I gotta go Max and Ruby, bro.
Damn, Ruby.
I got trash on the show.
Max and Ruby.
They both annoying. I don't see the point of the show. Max don't listen and
he don't, bro. He is the
do
worst.
Whatever he want. And Ruby's a freaking helicopter parent. I know that's his sister, but I'm assuming I thought Syria their parents got eaten by wolves, but I don't know.
That's facts. That's funny.
I think the show is cute and they do cool stuff, but I think I don't see the point. It's not educational. They're annoying. Both of them are annoying in their own way, and it's just like I could watch it. When I mean it's D, it's still watchable. Like it's not as bad as Dora though, so I might go and see. I could still watch it if I had nothing else on and it came on. Like I could find myself a way to enjoy it, but it's still pretty bad to me.
Yeah, I That's Justin's time period. We had this little like screen thing that you put in like these little discs, and it would play like the
Yeah.
little video on this mini screen. And he had a bunch of Max and Ruby, so that's how I know the show. I mean, it taught lessons, but it wasn't. I
I
guess
don't
like
think it taught lessons, bro.
it was it was like you said. Ruby was hella bossy. Max was not listening at all.
I get why Max wasn't listening. Like sometimes Max would be cooking.
This man's was like, I remember an episode where he was like dropping plates or like she was cleaning up and he was like making a mess. I was like, bro.
Also, why doesn't he talk? Is he got something going on?
He might have a little speech impediment or something.
I'm not.
Might be a
You
little
might
on the
get us in
spectrum.
trouble.
You might be on a spectrum just a little bit, bro. Just a little bit. All right. My turn. Hi. Okay, I'll just rocket power.
That's not me. That's all you.
That's all me. Okay. Fucking dope ass concept. And this is one I want to put an S, but I think I'm gonna have to respect it and put it in A. Because there's still other shows on here that could go S. Rocket Power. Dope concept. It's the neighborhood kids who come together and are like into all active sports. So it's like not one of your cartoons where they're just like, I don't know, like not doing shit. It's just like actual like sports. Like they're doing stuff. They're surfing, they're skateboarding, they're rollerblading. So like
I'm looking it up now.
Yeah.
Oh,
so you might know like the handshake where they go wiggity wiggity whack.
I've seen like maybe an episode here and there, but I not enough to give you a real none.
Yeah, they play hockey, so it's all vibes. It's all lessons.
You're into like skating and stuff like that too. That's your like,
yeah, especially back in the day, bro. So this is like the first cartoon I feel like that was like sports without being like I don't know, like not your traditional. There's no cartoons anyway like that about football, basketball. But we talking about like just sports, bro.
Like cartoon. We're not even talking about like some animation. Like this is
and they're in Hawaii chilling
over here. This is like cool niche.
It's just it was a different cartoon for the time, and everybody was down with it, bro.
Was it pretty? It was pretty popular. Like
yeah, at least when I watched it back when we lived in San Diego at the time, it was popular. Everybody knew it. Kind of maybe because it's like also beach vibey. They lived in Hawaii, so I mean,
right.
vibey, so if I remember correctly. So they were always surfing, they were always skating,
low key hippie vibes, low key
chill, bro. It was chill. Yeah, Reggie, Sam, Otto, like all the characters were super dope, different. I like Rocket Power. It was different. Everybody was trying to make up a cool handshake after that shit, bro. It was like it's just different.
No handshakes to binge.
Yeah, it was dope. So I'll put it in A.
I might have to check. Do you think it still like lasts the test of times?
Could
you plug that?
You know what? Honestly, I would throw that on in the background.
Okay.
And that's because, like I said, it's just different. It's like not a regular cartoon, but it's not too much. There's a difference between throwing on, like, there's certain like, I can't throw on Fairly Odd Parents because after 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I might get annoyed because of like the voice, just the voice actors after a while, voice is screaming. After a while, I'm just like, nah, turn that shit off, turn it on mute or something, just turn it down. I feel like Rocket Power is the opposite. Lessons,
like
cool vibes,
different niche, but not in the sense of trying to do too much.
Right, and it's so different that it like sticks. It's great. It's like a sore thumb, but in a good way. I don't know how to say that in a good way, but yeah, great cartoon.
It stands out for the time. Okay, cool.
Great cartoon.
All right, I'm gonna go with Danny Phantom.
Okay.
This was Nickelodeon Bleach. I know you haven't seen Bleach, but
yeah. I can see the parallels, so I know what you mean.
I think it was pretty cool. Character designs was fire. Character designs for the time, fire. I think the costumes was cool. The character designs, like clothes and hair. Him having silver hair was such a vibe to me. I don't know what it did. I thought it was super cool. The intro music was good. I will say I've watched it recently, so I have some. I can put some whatever. Okay. The plot isn't that great. I feel like they did rely on the he's a ghost and he hunts things type thing. There was the vampire dude. He could have been like the overarching
Yeah.
thing. They didn't do good. I don't think they did a good job with him. But it wasn't the show wasn't that long. So I think it was about 2 seasons, 2 or 3. If you can look it up, I don't know. It wasn't that long.
Yeah, it was 04. It ran from 04 to 07, so 3 years literally.
I mean, that's probably like that's like the shelf life of a normal cartoon, though. For real,
Uh-huh.
like for 3 to 4 years. Most cartoons, I think, are like 3 to 4.
53 episodes, so about
Yeah,
20 a pop, kind of deal.
yeah, like I think that's like the normal shelf life for like the average. I would give it a B, a solid B. What about you? If you have any Danny Phantom thoughts or
Danny Phantom was super cool too. I think it was one of the. We're starting to get to the where cartoons started to turn weird for me.
right?
And it's kind of the difference between also I was in high school or getting to high school, so it was like
Yeah, because Danny Phantom came out what 04?
04 to 07.
Oh, you was like what
I was going
04?
into freshman high school,
Yeah,
so it started to get on the level of okay, it's cartoon, but
nigga,
even then,
you were like, it's cartoons, but it's not even like the good shit. I'm gonna sit there like,
exactly,
I don't
even
know. When you
then,
were type where you were like, when you got high school, you was like, I'm too grown for cartoons, or you was like,
no,
nah.
it wasn't that. It's just I feel like the quality or what I was interested in, it diverted, bro. And it's weird because then we started getting I mean, this is not Nickelodeon, this is Cartoon Network, but like cartoons like Flapjack or some other weird shit. Like
Kid
shit just
Next
started
Door.
turning weird to me. Like
Well, we still got.
so
I still play. You still got some fire. You got. I thought Chowder was
no
fire.
no no
Chowder
that
is still
and no that
weird.
was the Chowder was like the last cartoon that I
Nah, Chowder
remember
should be like 06, 07. I think Chowder's pretty
that was
fire.
the last one on Cartoon Network. I feel like that and Gumball. Okay, so Adventure Time. So
But
there are
Gumball's a
ones.
little. Gumball. I feel like Cartoon Network has always had like good show. Like I feel like it started getting weird for real, to about like Uncle Grandpa era, like around like
Oh, okay.
2016, 7. Like that's when I
Yeah.
was like, okay, Cartoon Network's getting a little weird. Like
Yeah, Chowder was 07 to 10,
because
2010.
Gumball was like 2011, I think. You
Mhm,
can look it
mhm.
up if you got it. I think
I'm
Gumball.
about to right now, yeah.
I think Kids Next Door was like 03, 04.
Yeah, Gumball was
I think it's 10, 11, or 12.
2011.
Yeah.
Are they still going?
I think it's still going.
Okay, I don't see no last episode date.
I think Gumball's still going.
But yeah, so some of those are cool.
Gumball's in it. Dang, that's a long time.
It is a long time. I just feel like the quality of it started like Danny Phantom was one of the last
Like
ones. I'm
where
like,
at
hey,
Nick, where it was like, okay, the car on the cartoon side is starting to get a little.
yeah, it just started to me, to me,
Yeah, no, I get you.
to me. So a B is fine. I think B is fine. Yeah, we have. Yeah, okay. Let's just keep going. Okay. Okay.
No, it's your go. It's your go.
Yeah, I'll tell you why I'm struggling. We have cartoons and physical shows on here, so I'm trying to put in my head like Drake and Josh is a physical show. Amanda Show, all that. These are all like actual people versus like the Thornberries. So I'm trying to. Here's my struggle. All that dope concept, very
Oh, that's all
funny,
you. Oh, that's all you. You know, I'm way
very
too much for
funny
that.
niche '90s icon that almost has to go in S in my head. But I'll tell you what, the Wild Thornberries, I used to watch that a lot with my sister.
I watch a
Funny,
lot of Wild Thornberries. So.
funny, engaging, has accents, different to me. Again, another different cartoon that's not so of the same ilk, right? Fucking monkey and the little brother is crazy. What's his name? Donnie or whatever. Like crazy. And I'm gonna be 1,000% honest with you. Little Bear is like one of my goated baby cartoons I used to watch when I was a little kid, especially when I was sick.
Little Bear is fire.
Goated.
His mom used to read the shit out of his ass.
Yes. So between those three, I'm trying to figure out which one I want to throw an S and that you would most likely let me have an S versus I
All
don't know.
that is all you. I don't got nothing to do with that because that's way before my time.
Yeah.
Um, what's the other one you're thinking about?
The
S.
Amanda Show, all that, and
That's
Little
not
Bear.
me. That's not me.
That's what I
Way too.
mean.
That's
So
you.
here's what I'll
So,
do. We'll throw Little Bear in S only because
I don't know if I would put Little Bear in S though.
really, where would you put Little Bear?
Probably A.
How many A's did we say we get? 5 or 4?
5.
Okay, I'm okay with that. Little Bear. That'll be my turn then. Little
Little
Bear.
Bear has some really good life lessons, though, man.
All the time life lessons. Little Bear might be one of the only cartoons on this list that could be considered. I forgot what the name for the cartoons are, but it's like a low stimulating cartoon where not every 2 seconds.
Not too much flashing.
Yeah, the colors aren't changing.
Little Bear reminds me of Bearstein Bears.
Yeah, very calm. Very lessons. Still a fun show. Short. I don't know. I remember
episode
literally.
You can have episodes where it is just fun, but each episode still get your little lesson. We might go like when on Bearstein Bears, whole different show. Pops was low key a little prejudiced. I ain't gonna lie. When I forgot what the animal was, but he moved in or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, he was that. Yeah, a sign of the times is what I'll say. I think just like
for sure
the times it was. But yeah, Lil Bear goated to me. Macaroni cheese, sick days, and Little Bear. Basically, I'll say that. So your turn.
Is my go?
Yeah, your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna go Teenage Robot. Did you watch that?
No, I didn't.
Right after the Amanda Show. That was cool. This was like, you remember Generated Rex? You might be a little too old for that. You probably was already in college when that came out. 2009, 10, 11. You probably was already in college.
Generator X. Yeah. Rex. Generator Rex, right? Is it? Yeah. Okay, I see it. Interesting.
Okay. It was kind of something like this, where but kind of a little different because this girl's actually a teenage robot. Mm-hmm. She saves the world. She's trying to be a teenager, but also being kind of like a superhero, but kind of also being like a robot. But she still has she's like a human heart, but like isn't a robot. It's a pretty cool concept. It has some cool life events. I would throw it in like bottom. It's in that Danny Phantom range where it's like cool ideas, not really any interesting plot. Mm-hmm. It had a little more life lessons about like friendship because she was trying to be popular, but trying to balance like the friends she had who weren't the populars, how to like stay together. It had more, I think, 12 to 15-year-old life lessons, but like 12 to 15-year-olds probably weren't watching this because
not doing that.
I'm on Nickelodeon. I'm on MTV or Cartoon Network. If I am watching, I'm on the Cartoon Network, or I'm watching anime at this point, or I'm watching whatever. It was cool. I would say bottom of B though. It was a pretty good show. I really liked it growing up.
Okay.
And it does have some cool little memes and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen the like pictures in her before. I know what show she was from, so that's interesting. Let's do Wild Thornberrys. You watch Wild Thornberrys?
Mm-hmm. My first introduction to Wild Thornberrys is actually the crossover movie they did. Then I went and go watch the show.
Okay. Nigel, the dad.
Nigel Thornberry. Eliza and Animals.
Yeah.
And Donnie.
What was the monkey's name? It was some fancy ass name.
Darnell?
Yeah, I think
Daryl? It could have been Daryl. Maybe it wasn't.
Hold on. I think you're right. It was like Darnell or something like that.
It was some bougie shit.
It was. Marianne, Donnie, Debbie, Darwin. That makes
sense. Like the theory about monkeys.
Yeah, literally. Darwin. Okay. Yeah. Great concept. Who was the chick with the long hair? Was that the sister?
The sister?
Or the girlfriend or whatever? That was the sister, right?
Sister. I think she was like 16, 17.
Eliza? Was that her?
No, Eliza was the main character.
The youngest daughter.
That's the main character.
Wasn't
Debbie. I thought Debbie was the mom.
Donnie, Debbie, Darwin. Hold on. Sorry. Darwin, Donnie with brown hair, and Debbie sitting down bored. Debbie. It was Debbie.
Debbie was like 16, 17 or something like that.
Yeah. Great concept for a show. Accent made it fire. Adventures made it fire.
Adventures were cool.
Some lessons for sure. Some lessons.
I don't feel like I remember a lot of lessons. I ain't gonna lie.
It some lessons. I feel like I'm just remember like the bees chasing them and shit. Like I don't okay, so maybe not so heavy on the lessons. Man, I just enjoyed the show. I'm trying to like come up with like why I like it like a lot, so much, and I think it's just because it's different, bro. I don't know. The accents to me probably
The
got
accents
me.
was cool. The concept, I can talk to animals, and because of how cool it was in the sense of like, well, he's hunting animals or trying to get them on TV, and she can talk to animals.
Correct.
I'll never
Right.
forget them. Their movies were so good. Like
Yeah,
the
that's
one, like
true.
oh my gosh, it was
That's
some good
true.
movies. I think she was a personal character. She was a likable character. The story of how she got the ability to talk to animals was cool. If you remember,
Uh,
that was pretty emotional.
how does she?
Basically, like her dad was trying to hunt. Somebody was trying to hunt them, and this gorilla or this ape, I think, something like that, gave her the
Oh
ability
yeah,
to
okay,
hunt that.
yeah.
So that was super cool. And then she lost a connection. They had to get it back.
Yes,
The
yes.
RV. I think I've always loved RVs as a little kid. I don't know why. I used to love
That's
RVs.
why. That's
I
why
used to like always like,
they
Mom,
made
can
it
we get an
cool.
RV? Like they used to be RVs used to be super cool. I don't know why. I think it's just the idea of being on the road,
Yeah,
the
they made it
family
cool.
aspect.
Yeah.
Is Donnie like on some stuff, bro? Like
He's special.
I know. I think what happened was he was raised by like a pack of some type of animals, and they just like saved him or something.
Yep.
Donnie's. I would be as a grown person now. I would get kind of annoyed with Donnie. I ain't gonna lie.
He would be one of those kids on a leash for sure. He was raised by orangutans after his parents, who were were killed by poachers. So that's why they took him in.
Oh, he was raised by orangutans.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we see like there are videos of people getting raised by animals and stuff like that,
That is facts.
and they never really get back into society. How?
Yeah. Solid cartoon. Personally, on this list, this is S and A territory. I'm okay putting it B because we're limited
A.
on A's. Oh,
A.
you're okay with A? I'm okay
I'm
with
going
A
A.
too.
I'm going A.
I'm okay with that. All right. Your turn.
Okay. There's a lot of these. I'm starting to get to a point where I haven't. Let's throw what we haven't seen. Have you seen? Okay. Have you seen everything on here that's left? I just want to see if you can
No.
throw it.
Oswald?
No.
No. What is this?
Lazy Town?
No.
I've seen it. It's not worth rating.
What is this? Maggie the Ferocious Beast? I know the book from teaching school, but no.
Have not seen.
Humbug?
Have seen. It's pretty bad. For me.
I could care less about it. Mighty B, or yeah.
I did see that. It was cool. Some adventure. She was a Girl Scout.
Nothing.
D. I throw it in D. It's nothing crazy, bro.
I think I did the wrong shit. Okay. Angry Beavers. I'm not gonna lie. I remember watching it, but I don't remember enough to even talk about it. So
We'll put in the haven't watched.
So can't even lie about that one. Same with Real Monsters. Do you remember Real Monsters?
Didn't watch.
It came out so long ago. Another old 90s. I literally remember watching some of it. They scared me as a little kid. If I remember, the premise was like they had to scare.
Someone told me they were really scared of it.
Yeah, I
like,
feel like I was scared as a little kid of them, but I think it's like they went to school and they had to scare like their job. It was almost like Monsters Inc. almost in a sense. That scare stuff. I don't know. Okay, and then still some of these I haven't watched, but I think we narrowed it down. Like I haven't watched Ginger, Zoe 101. I don't remember.
I haven't watched Ginger. We can put that up in there.
Okay, Unfabulous. Never watched.
Didn't watch.
Ned's Survival Guide. That sounds familiar, but I don't.
They did some crazy shit like recently on their podcast. They were talking about like, well, Drake, Drake and Josh. Well, Drake came out about getting raped and stuff like that. They're like, shit, that didn't happen over here. I don't know what he talking about.
Wait, who said that? Who said that?
They have a whole podcast of the main three characters.
Ned's Guide or whatever.
All three of them, yeah.
Oh, they still are active?
Not the show's not, but they had like a podcast or something like that.
Yeah.
It might not be those three. I ain't gonna lie. It might be some. It's somebody prominent on the show though.
No, you're right. It's Ned's Declassified Podcast Survival Guide. It's a black dude, a white dude, and a chick. Look, I mean, if they took the name, I assume that's them still. Yeah. Yep. That's them. Okay, interesting.
They was wilding. They said
I have never watched that show, so that's hilarious. Good for them. Never watched, so I can't tell you. All right, that leaves us with, and you haven't seen. Okay, let me talk about all that real quick. All that OG 96.
The only thing I know about all that is really from that terrible, sad documentary, sadly.
Yeah, and besides that, it has to go in A or S. I'm sorry to say, it must. And for the sake of us saving an S, maybe because you're here and you need to have a say so too, because it's 50-50, I'll put it in A, even though we already have. And I almost want to say that the same thing about the Amanda show, but I feel like all that encompassed so many more other actors and actresses at that point that all that kind of trumps it. So I'll just put it at a B. Funny show. Both of them are great. Very nostalgic, but you would have to grow up in the 90s to even really like
get the feel and stuff like
that.
that.
Yeah, it's like have you seen it?
Living while it's coming
right. Like, have you seen the Keenan and Kel show?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So like you just have to know. Like some people, like Justin hasn't watched that.
Yeah.
He might have seen a clip or two, but he hasn't watched that, so he just doesn't know how or what it was like back then. Like,
you just never get that experience like with certain shows. Like, yeah, for sure.
Right. Okay, so now we are left over with Drake and Josh, Zoe 101, Franklin, Wonder Pets, and Chalk Zone.
I'm gonna go. I never seen Chalk Zone, so maybe you can do something with that if you've seen it.
Never seen.
Okay, cool. I think my go. I think I'm gonna go Wonder Pets, man. Okay. First of all, they're adorable. Theme song, cute as hell. They were going on some cool adventures. They weren't like the most educational, but like I like the vibes, man. It was a good show to put on for your like 3-year-old. I would put that show on for my 3-year-old. Like it's not too colorful like Coco Melon or something now, or like what's that other show? Some other shows like Paw Patrol or something. And they're not like annoying. Like they're like feel like babies themselves.
Okay, I feel like I might have seen a video or two of these.
I would probably throw Wonder Pets in like a B range.
Okay.
I watched it recently, like maybe like a year or two ago.
That's funny. Okay. I feel like I have seen one or two videos or something randomly, but okay. I mean, I'm down with it. Shit. Drake and Josh, let's do it.
Where you got him? Talk to me.
Drake and Josh is funny. I watched it quite a bit. I won't lie.
I watched it a lot.
I don't know that I've seen over 50%, but I don't know that I've seen much more than 50%. Funny. All the awkward situations, quote unquote. I just remember a movie episode. Was it that somebody was like pretending to not work there or work there? I'm forgetting now, but funny show. And I feel like the predicaments that they were sometimes in would be kind of in the same age range, so it kind of makes sense if that makes any sense. Like it would be for the situations they were in, kind of matches like they were at that age would kind of be the same situations you might be in as well.
Yeah, like what would you say would be the right target audience for this show? Like 12 to 16, 12
yeah,
12 to,
yeah. 11 to 16, maybe 17, maybe.
Because there were some that like Drake was hitting on Josh's girl.
That's what I mean. So like
Drake was having girl problems, getting caught up cheating, and like towards the end of the show, if people remember, it started getting like pretty serious in the sense of like real issues that like a teen would go through.
Correct,
and stuff like
correct. That. And so my sister watched this a lot, so I will say it was a great show for that.
I thought it was funny too.
And like, yeah,
I remember Spencer's brother. That's where we got introduced to him on the Nickelodeon side too.
Yep.
Shout out Miranda Cosgrove. That's how she got her show.
Correct.
Really.
That's how she got started. Sassy ass sister.
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to punch Meg sometimes. Megan. I was like, oh nah. I said my sister doing this to me
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, nah. I yank her out. That's how I knew that was a white household.
Yeah, that's true though.
I was like, because I would yank her up.
She had a smart mouth.
You say something, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna yank you up again. Because mom and dad gotta go to work. So that means I gotta watch you again.
Right. So.
Oh wait, it's two of y'all. And y'all like 16, 17. She 11, and she just outwitting y'all every time. God damn, bro.
All the time. That little.
So where you going?
So I don't know. This is where would you put this? We still technically have a spot in S.
Do I think Drake and Josh?
We can.
Do I think Drake and Josh is better than iCarly?
No, personally, I would say no.
I don't. I think iCarly is a lot funnier.
So something like this.
I would do that.
Okay. I'm not mad at it.
I would do that. And only because I think iCarly was meant to be more funny too. And that's
it was written that way, right? You could definitely tell.
Drake and Josh was supposed to be like kind of serious. The only thing I hate about sitcoms is I hate the laugh soundtrack, bro.
Oh, the laugh tracks, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh. Yeah. Aww.
Yeah, like the little trend going on now of the 90s sitcoms and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't watch a lot of Zoe 101.
Me neither. Is Zoe 101 the one with Britney Spears' sister or whatever?
I think so. It is like my time, I guess. But
yeah,
like
Jamie Lynn Spears. Yeah, I don't know. I never watched Zoe 101. Came out in 2005. In 2008. Yeah, I was already in high school, so I was not watching it all like that. And then we have Franklin left. Where would you put Franklin?
Franklin was pretty good. I like Franklin.
Franklin's chill, bro. His shy ass. Where would you put Franklin?
I would throw Franklin on. Franklin reminds me of Lil Bill.
And okay.
Like,
chill.
You have some cool
vibes.
Yeah, you can learn. It's not that. I throw Franklin in the B.
Franklin over Bob the Builder?
Yeah. Okay. I'm throwing Franklin over. Like, as a show, Bob the Builder is more iconic. Or, like, has more meat. Because, Bob the Builder intro is just fire. Bob the Builder, can we fix it?
Yes.
I swear I thought Bob the Builder was on PBS. I remember it coming on with Thomas and Train. I could be tripping, though.
I mean,
Bob the Builder might be Nickelodeon, though. I might be wrong. I don't know.
Damn, it came out in 99?
What, Bob the Builder?
Yeah, wow.
Hey, we got some anime news. Boruto Part 2 officially announced.
Really? Wait, what do you mean Part 2? Was that not already a thing?
Nah, it's been on a break for years.
I didn't know that. Okay. All right. There's a tier list of cartoons that we have.
Yes, sir.
These are the S's we have. I'm probably going to get shit on for not having all that at S, but listen, Chris is also here, different gen. I gotta be fair, and if you don't know it, I can't just be putting random shit in S, even though it's not random. I gotta be like fair. So, but yeah, what would you have in S? Only 3 S's.
Let us know. You talking about me?
Yeah,
or them?
No, I'm talking about them.
Oh yeah, let us know what you have in S.
Yeah, I think as SpongeBob is lit. Rugrats.
I feel like SpongeBob has to be there. Everything else, cool. I'm open. SpongeBob has to be. When we're talking about Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Like, SpongeBob is Nickelodeon. Like, we're talking about the 2000s, 2010s.
All of it, really.
All the 2000s belong to SpongeBob. SpongeBob probably ran like the little Kids' Choice was probably one best cartoon show every year, probably, I'm assuming.
It was carrying hard carrying.
Yeah.